Hello guys, welcome back again to my channel. It's your girl Juni. Today we'll be making this beautiful skirt. It's called a ruched skirt. If you are just coming across my channel, you
So
are
this is the
welcome.
material
Returning
I'll be making use
subscribers,
of.
you are highly
So
welcome
this is
back.
3 yards
Thank
of a
you.
fabric. I'll be using it to cut the up and the skirt part. So the first thing I'm going to measure is the length of the skirt. I'm making this to be a kinda A-line skirt. You can make it to be pencil skirts depending on what exactly you want to make, but this one I want it to be a kind of flare. So after marking your full length of the skirt, the choke I'm making use of is not that kind visible, but I will try as much as possible to make it visible. So after marking the full length, the next thing I'm going to mark is at the top here. I'm going to insert the waist measurement divide by 4 plus my stitching allowance. So in this pattern of skirts, I will not be inserting the hip measurement because it's free. If you're making use of, if you are cutting a pencil skirt, you insert your hip measurements and the rest of them. But on the full length, I'm inserting hip measurements divide by 4 plus 6 inches allowance, depending on how much you want to add. You can put hip measurement divide by 4 plus 4 inches plus 2 inches plus any kind of allowance you want. So the next thing is to connect the waist and the down part. So here is the nipple to nipple measurement. That is that I'm inserting the darts because the skirt will be having a dart. So the next thing I'm to do is to cut it out. So after cutting it out, we are done with the front pattern like this. Very simple and easy. So for the back pattern, I'll be placing the front pattern on a new fabric. Then I will add zip allowance, that is 1 inch for zip allowance. So there is a way that I place the front pattern so that the back pattern will have enough allowance on the down part. Hope you can see what I did. At the top I have 1 inch for zip allowance, while at the down part of the skirt I have about 3 inches. So for the back also, you can make yours 1 inch allowance throughout. So I'm cutting it here, and the reason I'm adding this excess allowance is because the person I'm making this dress for, I'm making this skirt for, is a plus size person. So if you are an average person and you want it to be tight like body hug, you put your exact measurements from the waist, hip and the down part. So I'm done cutting the front and back. The next thing I'm going to do is to join this part with half of an inch, with 1 inch of allowance throughout. Then I will put the dart. I'm done joining it. This is where the zip will be, and I've done inserting the dart. So for the front pattern, I will only insert that on one side of the dart, depending on where you want your ruche to be. So I've gone ahead to add one dart. Then the other dart line is where I will be inserting the casing for the ruche. So the next thing I'm going to do is to fold the down parts. I've done folding the down parts. So the next thing I'm going to do is to measure from waist to the down parts. Whatever I have there, I will add it 1 inch. So the dart casing I'm making use of is 2 inches. 2.5 inches, sorry. At this point, you can choose to make your ruche place part half of your skirt length, maybe 3 inches below the knee or above the knee. I'll be inserting that casing here. So this is how I'm going to insert it. I will first of all fold the down part of the skirt. You can stitch it down, you can just fold it down, but I'll advise you stitch it down, the down part. So the next thing you're going to do is to place it, then you run a stitch in the middle of this casing. After running a stitch in the middle, this is what you will be having. So the next thing you're going to do is to fold this side in by 1/4 of an inch and sew down. Then the next thing, you fold the other side also with the 1/4 of an inch. So this is what I have. See how the front right side is looking like. So after which you will have a bias, you will make a bias rope, a tiny rope that you use to pass it through the casing you have made. You can go ahead and cut it. You can choose to put it this way. For my, I'm not going to cut it. I'm not going to cut it into two. The rope I have is more than the skirt. You're supposed to have more than the skirt. If the length of your skirt is 39 inches, that means you are going to have a rope of 39 inches times 2, then plus 20 inches for the tying, for the down part. As you can see, the down part is, it's excess, the rope is excess. So after that, I will fold the front part of the skirt, after which I will go ahead and join the front and back together with the allowance I added. So the next thing is to measure the round waist. After measuring it, you have your waist plus allowance that you use to join the zip, to put the zip. This is what I have. So I'm going to bring another material that I will be using as the band. This is 4 inches width, then the length is exactly what I measured on the waist part. So you can join the band whichever way you like joining your band. So this is how I'm going to insert the band, after which I will go ahead and put zip, and that is it. Thank you for watching.